Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody's doing great. So, welcome to my 7 at 7. And that's my 7 tips at 7 a.m. to help you get that much closer to seven figures. So, for those of you who don't know who I am, of course, my name is Coach Danielle Patterson Winningham. I'm a former JP Morgan Chase Vice President. I'm a master life and master business coach. And my new brand is focused specifically on helping as many men, women, children, families get to the seven figure mark as possible. So make sure you're joining me every morning at 7 a.m. for some things that you can be doing to really live that seven figure lifestyle. And today we're going to be talking about uh, that seven figure conversation you're having with yourself, how to really look at money differently. And what you guys fail to realize, and if you haven't shared the broadcast, make sure you share the broadcast and invite others. What you fail to realize is that money has generational connotations to it. And what I mean by that is many of us have never seen seven figures in our family, our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, our brothers. So not only do we not know what seven figures really looks like, we don't really know what the path looks like. And so many people are quick to quit the path because it doesn't seem right or look right or feel right. When the truth of the matter is, you don't know what it feels like to begin with because you've never been there. Good morning, Cute and Dapper. Good morning, Natural Beauty. And so I'm going to give you some things today to help you start looking at this journey to really making seven figures differently. I am a firm believer that everybody is capable. Now, will everybody do what it takes? That's where you're going to start losing people because we may say that that's what we want, but when it's time to actually do the work or the work becomes uncomfortable or, you know, the work doesn't line up with what we think it should looks like, then is everybody willing to continue? So today, again, we're going to be talking about how to look at your money journey differently. Number one, you've got to know your worth. The biggest thing that keeps you under earning is your inability or unwillingness to really charge for your time and not understanding the value of your intellectual property. What I mean by that is many of you know how to show other people how to do things. You know how to help people accomplish things, but you really don't believe that individuals would pay you uh crazy amounts of money to help them. But they will. They will, and they do every day. Now you're probably going to need some help to formulate that in a way that people understand the value of what you have. But what you have to realize is that this whole entire journey with money, can I break money down real quick? I want to break money down. Money itself has no value. I want you to think about that. The paper, the paper, the coins, they don't even have the value that they hold. If I were to go out and buy enough paper to print $100,000, I could probably buy the paper itself for $5. Listen, I know this is going to be a little bit confusing, but ride with me. And the reason it's going to be a little bit confusing is because you've probably never sat and thought about the value of money. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Natasha. Good morning, Verlin. Good morning, D. Morris. So as you sit and think about the value of money, what you're going to see is that money itself really has no value. It is the thought process. It is how we think about money that holds the value. I could sit in my house and print $1 million for probably about $5,000 worth of paper. If that, I probably could do it for $500 worth of paper. So it's not the actual money itself that holds value. It is the exchange of energy that holds value when we're talking about money. Did everybody catch that? Somebody say, teach me, coach. Because when you stop associating money with success, I'm not saying you're not going to need it. I'm not going to say you shouldn't have it. But you got to stop being afraid of the money itself, because the money itself is nothing. Therefore, everybody that has something that somebody else wants, in essence, is rich. Now, you've got to turn what you have into a product or service so that people will exchange money with you. I want you to think about, today I want you to think about that. All of the money you have in your pocket could be replicated for less than $5 or $6. I don't care if you got a stack of thousands in your purse right now. It can all be replicated for $5 or $6. So it's not the money itself that holds the value. You hold the value. Somebody say me, somebody type in me. The money has no value. You hold the value. And once you understand that the money, the paper, let me see what this has no value. This is 10 cents worth of paper. So in essence, this is worth 10 cents. Is anybody catching on? And did you see me pull that from my other wallet? You didn't see that, right? This is just my grass man money. I know he comes today, so I got to have his landscaping money readily available. But this is 10 cents worth of paper. You understand me? So this is not where you find the value. You are the value. And once you start understanding that and stop putting so much power in paper that can be ripped, paper that can be burned, paper that can be lost, paper that can be stolen, this is just paper. Did anybody catch that? That's why I'm doing this 7 tips at 7 a.m. every morning, so that you understand that in order to become a 7-figure earner, the only thing you have to do is turn your energy into this. This is just an exchange. This is just paper. Stop thinking so highly of this. You, somebody type in, I am the value. You are the value, not that paper. And once you understand that you are the value, you can make any amount of money that you want. I want you guys to do me a favor. For those of you who've never generated 7 figures in your life, much less in a year, much less than a month, this journey is unlike anything you're going to ever take in your life. You don't even have a point of reference. When you start this journey, you can't say, oh, this don't feel right, because you don't know where you're going. And if you don't trust somebody enough to take you on this journey, you'll never get there. Why? Because you don't know where you're going. You will wander around in the wilderness for a very long time. You're the value, not this. So until you understand that you have to be willing to spend this to get help, but the help is going to show you how to make this irrelevant. If I lost all of my money today, I would still be rich. Somebody say, how, coach? If I lost all my money today, I would still be rich because I am the value. I can go teach another class. I can go train another group. I can host a conference, create a retreat. I'm a creator. And once you learn to create, you're never broke. This doesn't break you. Not using this breaks you. Somebody say, wow, coach. See, listen, if you haven't shared this broadcast, share the broadcast, because people everywhere need to realize that this is insignificant. You judge your good days and your bad days by money, and money is easy to come by. You got to judge your good days and your bad days by what are you creating that makes money. That's why you'll never get rich at a job, because you didn't create that. It's getting deep in here. Everybody ain't able to swim. You will never get rich at a job because you didn't create that. You'll never get rich as a baker because you can only bake so many cakes. You will never get rich as a nail technician because there's only so many nails you can do. You'll never get rich as a salon stylist because there's only so many heads you can do. Anything where you got to work with your hands, you'll never get rich as a makeup artist. There's only so many faces you can do. But when you start to sell your intellectual property, when you start to turn your ideas and your creativity into this, there's never a shortage of ideas. There's never a shortage of mental energy. You can only do so many heads. You can only do so many faces. You can only bake so many pies. So until you are able to master the lesson of taking your intellectual property and turning it into this, you will not be rich. True story. We can do the math. We can do the math on $1 million. Even if you charge $1,000 per head, it would still take you 1,000 heads to make $1 million. So first of all, where are you going to find 1,000 people, even if you do celebrity hair? See, you guys got to get on the calculator sometimes and understand how what you're doing is limited in earning you certain things. But the people, this is why you got to look at your money differently. The people that look at their money differently and say to themselves, this is just a means to an end. Let me do something different. bit.ly/ the number 7-figure call 2020. If you're ready to do something different, if you're tired of struggling to make ends meet, if you know that you're not on a 7-figure trajectory and you want help to get you there. And here's the thing, we can start with you wherever you are. That's the great thing about my new program. I'm going to be doing an official launch tomorrow. And I'm going to be coming online and telling you why each one of my products is designed to get you to 7 figures. I don't care if you're starting at 0. See, success leaves clues. And one of the things that I wanted to master was not just my own ability to generate revenue, but being able to give other people the opportunity to make it there too. Exactly. You know, that's the beauty of what I do too, is that when it's your intellectual property, you don't really have to worry about the burnout. Stop doing what you're doing and do something else. You've got to give yourself the opportunity to be rich, because you got to look at your money differently. So number 1, you got to know your worth. And 2, you got to understand money. Number 3, you got to stop comparing yourself to anybody else in the world. You've got to stop comparing yourself to me, comparing yourself to others, comparing yourself to this person and that person, because everyone's $1 million has the potential to be totally different. Now, the beautiful thing about working with a coach and working with the right coach, for example, working with me, your plan's not going to be the same plan as everybody else's, but your path will be the same path. A lot of people say, oh, well, that doesn't work for me. If you want $1 million, you have to find a way to make it work. If you want to earn more, you got to find a way to make it work. You can't come out here and do something you've never done and reject the model for getting there. I'm going to give you an example. You've never built a house. And so the architect says, this is how you build a house. And you tell the architect, I don't think building a house is going to work like that is going to work for me. Then you won't have no house. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? There are some things that you got to do that are going to be extremely uncomfortable. But do you really want a ball or not? Do you really want to be successful or not? Some of you could have made 7 figures by now if you'd have just done the things that were uncomfortable. Instead of running around trying to find help based on what you think you know, and you've never made money at this level, instead of saying, let me sit here and trust the source. You're saying, well, I don't want to do it that way. Well, there's very, very, very few proven paths to the money. Is everybody understanding what I'm saying? That's like me hiring somebody to show me how to do something, and then me be like, well, I don't really want to do it that way. Well, then why hire help? Why get help if you're not going to listen to the expert? And because you're uncoachable, because you are uncoachable, because you're unwilling, and I'm going to say some things this morning that some of y'all might not like. I'm going to say some things this morning that some of y'all might get mad at me for. But sometimes I think that if I were a man or if I were another color, some people would relate to me differently. Because I'm Black, I'm a woman, and I'm soulful. People think I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You want somebody that's bougie. You want somebody that's a different color or a different gender. You want somebody that thinks they better than your ass. And because you have problems with your own soulfulness, with your own bouginess, with your own I came from nowhereness, you struggle with being taught by somebody who came from the ranks just like you. So I'm just being brutally honest. Keep looking for something other than this, and you're going to keep finding foolishness. You're going to keep finding people who pretend like they know what they're doing. You're going to keep finding people who not going to really show you shit. You're going to keep finding people that's going to take your cash and leave you where you are. You will not find elevation. And that, my friends, is a brutal truth. I have women come at me so stupid and sideways sometimes, and I know good and damn well if I were a man of any color or a woman of a different color, they wouldn't be coming at me with that bullshit at all. They would sit their asses down. They would learn and listen to me. I know programs where the coaches are super unfucking attentive. I know programs where the coaches don't have a curriculum, where they don't have, weekly meetings, where they don't keep up with your progress, where and then you want to you say we doing too much. But fool, it takes a lot to make this money. You either want this bread or not. And that, my friends, is the truth. But I'll tell you the other side of that truth. Anybody want to hear it? Anybody want to hear it? Anybody want to hear it? The other side of that truth is God aligns you with who you're supposed to take the journey with. There is nobody here by accident. Some of y'all just got here. Some of y'all been here a long time, but you're not here on accident. You don't come and listen to me for entertainment. You are assigned to me. And until you do the work with who you're assigned with, the work ain't gonna get done. So you might not like who God assigned you to, but I understand who I serve and how very deliberate he is. So until you get the lesson that you're supposed to get from me, there is no other lesson that is going to make sense to you. Your success is predicated upon you following a particular path. And that path was set out beyond me. That path was set out beyond you. That path was set out before we got here. And that's the truth of the matter. So, and that's number one. Number two is that everything you do right now will be revisited to you. Hello, do I have any business owners here with me this morning? Go ahead and say me if you're a business owner. So when you don't do right by other business owners, that same shit you pull on them will be revisited. Come on, Color Purple. Until you do right by me, everything you think about gonna fail. So as we're moving towards global elevation, you gotta realize that the bridges you burn, you will have to cross back over them again. Somebody ain't listening to me this morning, but that's okay. You won't say I didn't tell you. So until you start looking at money as a tool and not something that really defines you, it is going to be difficult for you to take this 7-figure journey. I'm not saying impossible. I'm saying difficult. You got to get some help bit.ly/7 figure call 2020. Here's the honest brutality of it. Some of y'all could have got me when I cost way less than I do now. See, there's a price that you have to pay for procrastination. There's a cost that you have to pay for not moving your feet when you're supposed to. I had a woman inbox me who had reached out to me about 5 years ago for working with her. She said, you know, coach, I want to work with you now. Is this still your price? Y'all, I sent her a price 5 years ago to work with her one-on-one for like $99 a week. And she said, is this still your price? Girl, it's not. It's not. It ain't. Girl, that price, that's a 1999 price, baby. That's a year 2000 price, bud. That's not my price anymore. But had you gone then, you understand what I'm saying? You would have had a better opportunity than going now. You know, here's the thing. Everything happens for a reason and for a season. So even if you're just finding me, God is going to find a way for you to make this happen if you ask him to help you find a way to make this happen. That's another thing we do, guys. We will sit and guess that we can't afford. We will sit and guess that things are not eligible for us. We will count ourselves out before the party even gets started. Listen, y'all. The number one education you have to receive is on how to master your emotions about money. It's just money. It's just money. This 10 cents worth of paper. This millions of dollars. So when you get somebody to show you how to use this, your money is unlimited. Your wealth is unlimited. Your abundance is unlimited. Your legacy is unlimited. Get somebody to show you how to use this. You'll never be broke again. Stop trying to get paychecks. Stop trying to build your business by yourself. Quit trying to do anything other than really sit and study and understand. Guys, this is a year-long journey with me. It takes you 3 to 6 months just to even realize how much money you're eligible and capable of making. Because until you realize, right, stop trying to hustle and really do this shit right. Because once you realize that your earning potential is unlimited, and that's going to be the first lesson I teach you. Once you realize that your discipline will help you generate untold revenue. Once you realize that there's a certain set of knowledge that you possess, and it's so easy for you that you don't even realize how much money it's worth. And let me tell you, I'm going to be talking about technology tomorrow. Y'all need to start fighting that demon. Y'all need to stop fighting that technology demon. Hire somebody. That's another thing you get when you get in my program. We take care of your technology. That's not the demon you need to fight. You need to be fighting the money demon. While y'all out here trying to learn funnels and lead magnets and email nurture series, fool, you need to be learning discovery calls and sales and automation. So many of you, you got the right product, you got the right service, you got the right intellect, but you got the wrong path and the wrong knowledge on how to build it. So until you actually learn how to build it, it's going to stay where it's at. You're going to stay plateaued. So I'm going to get out of here because my team is itching to get on. Join us for the morning show, going live in about 5 to 10 minutes, guys. If you haven't scheduled your call yet, bit.ly/7-figure-call-2020. Tomorrow, I am officially launching my new 7-figure brand. We did a 7-figure launch party Friday. How many people ready to get to $1 million? That's all I want to know. How many people really ready to make the commitment, ready to spend the time, ready to do whatever I say and whatever it takes to make their first 7 figures. See, once you make the first one, I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, that second one gets much easier. Now the third and the fourth one gets a little harder because now you're not just trying to make 1, you're trying to make 10. But you got to make that first one before you can make that second one. So join me all day tomorrow as I go through all of the products and services that are part of my new 7-figure brand and get in where you fit in. We created something for everybody. Whether you end up at the high end with our 7-figure mastery program or at the low end with our 7-figure book club, don't let the sun set on you tomorrow without aligning yourself with this brand. Can I tell y'all something? And my clients, my current clients will tell you this. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, I'm one of the few coaches who your money is just as important to me as my money. I'm one of the few coaches that will jack you up behind your money, that really care about your progress and your success. I stay in the lab trying to make this shit easier for my clients because I realize what I'm willing to do or able to do, they're not always willing or able to do that. So I stay trying to find the easiest path to 7 figures for them. You might want to get you a piece if that's what you're trying to do. And that's the truth of the matter. Quit faking the funk, acting like you want this bread, and really be prepared to get this bread. So tomorrow we're going to be giving away a ton of prizes, a ton of information. I'm super excited to be launching this 7-figure brand. And I hope you meet me tomorrow at 7 a.m. for the 7 at 7 as we kick this off. Love you guys. See you guys in the morning show in just a few.